Hey guys, welcome to week 4. Can't believe it, we're at the end of the first month. So today we're gonna do full body, and today we're gonna use a band. So your band may look different than mine. Mine is a loop band. You may have a resistance band with the handles, which is totally fine. You can use any band for the exercises. You'll just have to modify it the way you need to for your band. So we got 8 exercises using the bands. 8 exercises, 2 to 3 rounds, 30 seconds to 1 minute, depending on your fitness level. With the bands, it just helps with isolating the muscles. So isolating work, you're gonna notice the difference. And I love resistance bands. They're just so amazing to work with. There's so many variations that we could be doing. So the ones that we're doing today, full body. So let's get started. First exercise, you're gonna take the band and step on the middle of the band, okay? So then the band is equal. So you may not have to bend down. For me, I have to bend down a little bit just to get that pull up. So we're gonna do bicep curls. If you have the resistance bands with the handles, standing upright would be fine for you. With the handles, so you're upright, foot in front, okay? I can't really demonstrate with my bands, but you're gonna keep your elbows pinned to the side of your body when you do the bicep curl, okay? So if you have one of these bands, it's gonna look a little bit different because I can't stand upright and bicep curl that resistance. It's too much. So I'm gonna just show from the side, okay? So up, and I'm just lean forward. Again, you're gonna pin your elbows to the side of your body, okay? And then we're bicep curling from here, okay? So it's just a slight lean forward, just to give me some resistance, but not too much. If I'm standing upright, I can't curl that as much, okay? So bicep curls, where you're going 1, 1, okay? 2, 2. And also when you're curling, let me just come closer. When you're curling, making sure that your wrist is facing forward. Okay, so it's not your, let's see, can you see from here? It's not coming up like this. Your elbow is facing out. So your wrist is, this part is facing out. So when we're curling, it comes in like this. Okay, so not here, and this is a hammer curl. It's a different function. So we're rotating that arm so it's outward. Okay, so it's facing the front and curling, okay? Second one, we got pull apart. So you're gonna take the band, and because it doesn't require a ton of resistance, you're just gonna find a distance where you could pull the band apart without it being too close. It's gonna be a struggle to pull apart, or too far apart where you're not really doing anything. So find that sweet spot where you're gonna have a good resistance, and start with setting your shoulders down. So we don't want your neck being choked out by your shoulders, okay? So we want to relax those shoulders, set them down, and pull apart. So do it with intention. Don't just try to pull it apart, pull it apart. Think about the muscles that are being used to squeeze back. So I'll just show you from this side. So pull apart. So I'm actively thinking about the muscles right between my shoulder blades. Okay, so shoulder set down. Now up here, we're setting it down, activating the lats and pulling apart, okay? And you don't need to go too far back, okay? We just go into a T position. So straight back, engage the core, think about that breathing, tuck the hips under, okay? set that shoulders. And control it as you come back. So don't just let it bounce back forward, okay? So it's fully in control, fully controlled back and to the back to the front, okay? So don't just throw it back and then let it bounce back. It's just controlled both ways, okay? Third one, tricep kickbacks. So you're gonna take your band, find a resistance where I can step on my band, it'll be fine. So you're gonna step on the same leg that you're gonna be pulling with, okay? So in a like kind of a lunge position, but not really a lunge position, I guess like so standing wide step back, okay? Bend that front knee, bend that elbow, and we're gonna straighten it, okay? So we wanna work the back of our tricep. So if it's too hard, you're gonna be using more bicep to try to control it. So you wanna make sure it's at a resistance where triceps don't require a whole lot of weight in order to activate it. Our triceps tend to be a weaker muscle, so it'll be easier if we're working on it with lighter resistance. So I can even go all the way this way to straighten out, okay? Straighten out. So when you're straightening out, when you're bending from here, right, elbow stays fixed right there, and you're just extending that arm. And then bend. See how my elbow stays right there. It doesn't move. Extending and back, okay? So we don't want to see you're here and then it's not a lever, it's not a flowing action like this. It's more of a fixed lever. Okay? So when you're doing the weight, right, you want to think about how to best target that tricep without overly activating all the other surrounding muscles. So pull up in a row position. Keep that elbow fixed there and straighten out. If you can't straighten out, lower the resistance. Try to go less, right? So the more band you have out of your foot up here, the easier it'll be for the triceps. The more that you step on it, creating more resistance, the harder it's gonna be. So I don't advise that, okay? Good mornings, we're gonna place the band around our head. If you have the handles, you're just gonna step on it like that. So if you have one of these bands, you're just gonna step on it like this, okay? So straight legs, soft, well, we're never locking out. We're not fully locked out where our knees are all the way back, okay? So we want a soft knee, not bent, just a soft knee, okay? And straight legs, we're hinging at the hip. Our upper body stays straight, coming down. Think about your hamstrings. Think about that glute when you're standing up. Squeeze. 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 So I'll show you from the side. Okay. So standing straight, soft knees, core engaged, hips tucked under. Okay, so breath in. Butt goes straight back to the wall. Upper body stays straight. Legs stay straight, not locked out. Okay, so we're soft in the knees. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Okay. Squeeze. Good. Next one we have is squat. So just keeping the band in the same place. You're going to take a wider squat. And just adjust the band as you need. Okay, so wider. And we're just gonna squat down. Make sure the band isn't coming in the leg. It sits on the outside. So we want that added pressure to activate the glutes so our knees go outward and they don't collapse in, okay? So squat, up, and squeeze. Squat, up, and squeeze. Just from the side, wide stance, core tucked in, okay? Big breath. Squeeze at the top. Squeeze at the top. Okay. Next one, we have reverse lunges. Now we're just gonna keep the band on one leg, okay? And we're gonna step back with the opposite leg. Okay, so band comes across on the one leg, the other leg is free, and reverse lunge. So you're gonna notice there's gonna be some give at the bottom of the lunge, which is fine. The resistance is when we're gonna come up, okay? Oh, that burns. All right, so then make sure that you're switching sides. So then you're doing 30 seconds to a minute on the other side as well, okay? Okay. Next, we have two more. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna place the band to the bottom of a chair or a couch, preferably a couch that has a weight on it, because you're going to be pulling on it, and just wrap it around the leg of your couch. Okay, so I just looped it. Okay, so next one is plank rows. So you're going to get into a plank position. So high plank or low plank, depending on your fitness ability. Okay, so low plank, you're actually gonna find that you can stabilize easier with this movement. When you're in a high plank, this actually, it's like the opposite normally. Normally high plank is easier and low plank is harder. But in this case, when we're trying to stabilize, when you're the higher up away from the ground, the less stability that you have, if that makes sense. So if you're high, so this is how it's gonna look. Remember, you can't see my feet, but wide base, so separate those legs, and we're gonna reach forward and pull. Reach forward and pull. Okay, modified is, to make it easier, is to be on your knees. Okay, so when you're planking, you're in, let's say this position, okay? So not in this position, you're in a plank position, as if we're here, but here, okay? And then you're gonna row. Okay? Next one, after you do the plank pulls, we're gonna do plank knee-ins. So you're gonna take that band, wrap it around your knee, bring your toes under it as well. So then it's wrapped just right above the knee, okay? Get into a plank position. And you can't fully straighten out because then the band is gonna just unravel. So you wanna be up in a plank, but one knee is gonna be slightly tucked. And you're gonna tuck it in. And then switch sides, then put the other leg in. All right, so that's 8 exercises, 2 to 3 rounds for 30 seconds to a minute. If you're still starting out and you're still doing the 30 seconds, just play around with the time, even trying to increase it 45 seconds. That will just build up the endurance part of it, okay? So full body with the bands today, and on Wednesday, we've got lower body, all right? So we're gonna be using weights on Wednesday. Weighted Wednesday. All right, see you guys then. Bye.